How did it bring out?
Yay! Are we live? Oh, it says we are.
Yes, it goes automatic on the Facebook.
Oh, that's fast.
And on YouTube.
Yeah, that's different from the Facebooks.
Woohoo! That's right. You just you got to be ready though, because catch you off guard there.
Yeah, you don't want to be like picking your nose or something.
Or something else.
Or saying something you shouldn't be saying.
Picking your nose would be least of your problem. All right.
All right, we'll give it a few minutes. Jennifer Delaney's the first one in the chat. Hey, Jennifer. Let the night owls creep on in, and yeah, we'll hang for a little while.
That's what's called a hangover.
Hey guys, there's Miss Connie Cleary, the ladies, and Nora. Nice.
Coolio.
The first ones here are the ladies. Oh, and then Tom. It's okay.
Tomo. Can you see the shadow?
Hey, Tomo. Yeah, now I can see it just fine.
Airy.
I don't know. I don't think I'll need my phone if I can read it here.
Perfect.
Good, good. Hopefully you guys had a good week. Hopefully you're having a good weekend.
Had a good Halloween.
And you all had a good...
weeks ago.
Yeah, hopefully you all had a good Halloween.
We had an okay turnout with the trick-or-treaters, you know.
We went through most of the candy. I made up about maybe 30 to 40 treat bags, and those disappeared quick.
Yeah.
And then we had like a backup bucket of candy, and we went through half of the backup bucket.
So not too bad.
Yeah, so we have like, you know, a little bit of candy left. Not too bad. Let's see. There's James Muscarella. Hey, James. Gary Smith is joining us. Hey there, Gary. He says, hiya, hiya, hiya.
He was at Comic-Con.
Yeah, he was at Comic-Con. It was nice to see him. Connie says 115 kids and 8 adults were trick-or-treating. Wow. She gave out that much candy. That's a lot of candy.
You should have counted them. That way you kind of prepare for next year.
What is your favorite candy separate in...
Huh?
Oh, Albert's asking what our favorite candy is.
Like brand of candy, you know, out there. That's a good question. What's yours?
My favorite candy?
Yeah. Reese cup.
I love dark chocolate. Dark chocolate's tasty.
Yes.
The dark chocolate Kit Kat bars, those are really, really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoy those. And then Kit Kat did come out with a special, like they had green and purple and orange Kit Kat bars just for Halloween. It was like the little fun size packs.
Now looking at me,
we gave out some of those for Halloween.
Looking at me, you'd think, you know, of course I have this like huge decision to make, you know, because like I'm eating a lot of candy, but I really don't eat a lot of candy.
Yeah, we don't eat that many.
I do other things to get this fantastic body, but but candy wise, boy, if I had to, you know, candy bar to my head type of decision, oh boy, like Almond Joy, I like those. Or Mounds.
Almond Joys are good.
Mounds, the dark chocolate.
Yeah, with the coconut.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, the coconut and chocolate, those are good.
I have to have candy
I
like
do
that.
love coconut.
But I rarely mow down on a whole candy bar.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallits I like, the peanut butter and chocolate's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm pretty versatile. I mean, I'll have a bite or two of this or that, you know.
Well, I like my favorite, like I like some of the fruity candies too.
Like the
like Starburst. Some of those I like every now and then.
Would you consider those like the chewy lifesavers? You know, the things, the fruit snacks.
Yeah, like the Lifesavers fruit snacks.
Yeah, when I go to a movie theater, when I used to go to movie theaters, I would get the chewy fruit snacks.
Yeah, like some of the fruity candies are nice.
Whoa,
Nora! Whoa, thank you.
Thank you,
A 1999 super chat. Wow.
Wow. All right.
Now that you're broadcasting here, will that open up the movies that you show? Can you show movies that are already posted here? And what about the Mummy and the Monkey After Dark?
So many questions.
So many questions, and we want to answer them.
After Dark, you know, we had some sort of like, I don't know if we'd have discussions about even releasing direct-to-video stuff that might be a little more, you know, a little more bluer for our characters. You know, we would maybe show movies with more.
We've had a million ideas of
language
what
and
we should
adult
do.
Situations and stuff. But
yeah, like what we should do and could do, and you know, different projects.
Yeah.
We've had movie ideas, comic book ideas. There's so many, but it's you know, getting any project done is a feat.
But we always consider and always want to try to, you know, take things to the next level. But yeah, absolutely, definitely something we thought about.
like this Saturday, I don't think we'll get to do a Cinematary Saturdays, but
yeah, we're still trying to hash out the Hairy Scary weekend concept.
yeah, because that's a lot to program for a weekend.
And not only that, let's say you did. We were finding out that a lot of people were confused whether we were doing like 2 type of Mummy Monkey shows, Friday and Saturday, or we were doing the Friday show on Saturday night. It got to be a little confusing.
Yeah, and that's what this is gonna be about. Just 1 sec. I'm gonna
shut the door.
Yeah, cats and all that. So, yeah, so we were wanting to go over frequently asked questions that we've been asked the past couple weeks because we want to clear the air and...
That's kind of hard with me around.
You gotta open a window. But we wanted to explain, you know, what we've been trying to do and work on and things like that.
Right. So, what are the facts?
The Hairy Scary Hangout, a lot of people are confused that it has been moved to YouTube. And we did move it over to YouTube, and we moved it to YouTube because a good chunk of our Facebook fans, when they would comment on the movie, would get thrown in like a Facebook 30-day suspension for calling a zombie ugly or quoting lines from the movie, not necessarily directed at anyone, not making fun of anyone, just having fun commenting on the movie. And they would get suspended over it.
Because their AI can't tell the difference between someone calling somebody a name or somebody just, you know, quoting a movie quote. And it would flag it as bullying and then automatically suspend them for 30 days. Whereas on YouTube, for now anyway, you could have moderators in the chat, and if something's said, you know, the moderators can approve the comment or delete it, you know.
That way no one is in a 30-day suspension. If someone says something a little bit out of line, we could just delete the comment if we want to. And then if they get a little overboard with saying things, we could just, you know, boot them. But yeah, with the YouTube chat, it's more easy to control without Facebook saying, "Oh, you're banished for 30 days."
Yeah, it's like because, you know, zero tolerance there.
Yeah, in our opinion, that's like terrible because then like you can't use your account for 30 days,
right? And
all because they commented on a movie. So yeah, we had a handful of messages saying, you know, that people were, and it was like, we felt terrible about it.
Right. And
so we're like, we gotta maybe just get out of the Facebook platform.
Maybe. Yeah, we're pretty much phasing out of it. And as far as the movies, we've done something that helps us secure the movies that we do get to show on YouTube from getting, having issues with airing them. So yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to continue to play the public domain movies, but we're also talking with some independent filmmakers, possibly showing some of their films. Yeah. We have one that's very enthusiastic about showing their movie. And we're thinking maybe for Thanksgiving we could, if we do some creative editing with a few scenes. Yes. Because some scenes are not YouTube safe. We just could not play them.
Right, and I just like, you know...
And we love the indie movies, but yeah, sometimes we have to just go within the guidelines to have a show online. Yeah. We have to go within the guidelines of the platform.
There's even stuff that we have to sort of, you know.
Plus, we get people that watch, like, you know, as a family, and we try to keep the show for most ages. If there's anything like, so for the Halloween episode, when we played The Dead Next Door, we had like a little disclaimer, and we kind of let people know, yeah, it's going to have a lot of gore in it. It's going to have zombie gore and guns.
Right, maybe some swear words.
Right? Yeah, and like maybe 2 or 3 swear words.
But that was the most of it. Yeah. No nudity, nothing like that.
But Richard Taylor says, I hate Facebook. And Juliet says, I got jailed 5 minutes into my first time joining in. I said, kill her now. When the girl survived in Carnival of Souls was only 1 day. Oh, so you were kicked off for only a day.
Some people, the last round was like 30-day suspension.
Yeah, some people were saying 30 days.
Still, like, 1 day is still too long. I mean, when you didn't really do anything wrong, you know, especially if you didn't do anything wrong, you know.
Naoko, we love Naoko. She's put Mummy and Monkey with a heart. Aw, thank you.
We heart you.
The last indie movie you guys showed was really good, says Albert. Thank you, Albert.
Which was
The Dead Next Door. Yeah, J.R. Bookwalter's a really cool dude. And
those are rare.
Yeah, we highly recommend you pick up the Blu-ray of that movie because the deleted scenes, the commentary, the behind-the-scenes video, it's just really fascinating to watch because it was all filmed in the 80s, and then you see some of the locations they were at and you recognize them if you know Akron, Ohio. You see some of those Ohio landmarks, and it's just cool to see like all that behind the scenes stuff. So it's definitely worth it to pick up the Blu-ray.
Yeah, we talked to several, a lot of people actually at the Akron Comic Con, and a lot of people remember that movie being filmed and the whole hype about it and everything. So
yeah,
treat for them.
yeah,
All
we
right.
had people commenting saying that they were a zombie. Like a lot of people were saying,
Yeah,
"Oh, I was a zombie in that movie."
An extra, whatever. Yeah.
Back in the day. Another frequently asked question. Yeah, because for a couple weeks, well, like last weekend, because we weren't live, we were at Akron Comic Con. I thought, well, I'll put up a Cinematary Saturdays just so there's something to play on a Saturday night. Right. So then people were messaging me going, are you still going to do the Hairy Scary Hangout? Did you guys get rid of it? Like a couple of fans thought we were going to get rid of the Hangout.
No.
So no, we're not going to get rid of the Hairy Scary Hangout. You're good. We just can't, when we're at a convention, we have to take that week off. Or if it's Halloween, I like to take Halloween off.
Right. I mean, there's some days that are more sacred, and then other ones we have more of a commitment to, so we have to be up for it and everything. So.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not getting rid of the Hairy Scary Hangout. We're trying to actually have more shows out there. I want to do more with the Cinematary Saturdays, where we play a movie late Saturday night for the night owls that are up all weekend and up all night. And then the podcast, we need to do more with the podcasts.
I agree with Nora. I prefer Reese's Pieces over M&M's.
Ooh, Reese's Pieces are good. But my favorite when I was a young mummy was M&M's.
Those are good too.
Yeah, I love M&M's.
That reminds me of Christmas. I remember eating a bunch of those like with a glass of milk. Just this whole ton of M&M's. Ugh.
You need milk to wash them down because like they would make your throat sore after eating so many.
Someone's asking, Albert's asking Naoko if they have Lawson's Chip Dip over there.
Oh.
Yeah, we just had some last couple of days.
No chip dip at the Lawson's here, she says.
Yeah,
wow.
that's a big thing over there, Naoko, is that their chip dip. It's like goes way back to the probably, I would say late 60s. I don't know how far back that dip goes, but it goes back pretty far. I remember it as a little one in the 70s, so I think it goes back even a little further than that. So.
Yeah, there are still some stores here that sell Lawson's chip dip, even though the Lawson's store isn't here anymore.
And chip dips aren't created equal. It's like a French onion, but whatever they do to it, it's like crack. It's so good. And it has a different sort of hit to it, a different flavor to it. It's real good. More oniony,
Another frequently asked question, and this was during the weekend. This was last weekend at Comic-Con. People were asking, are you going to be on the Bad Movie Show anymore?
Oh.
And the answer is no. We had a 1-year contract, and the contract is up. So that's the short answer.
That's the big Bad B Movie Show on channel 43.
Yes, so the Bad Movie Show, we're not on there anymore, but that's okay.
Yep, and
we're continuing here on YouTube.
We still have all of you out there, so we're happy with that.
Yeah, and we've had people say, "Oh, you guys should be on TV." Well, that'd be cool. We're open to TV deals, but we're continuing on with our YouTube.
But until that happens, we won't just sit there, lay inert, and just not do anything. Why? When you can do whatever you want, pretty much, and we're learning how to play within the rules, obviously, because the thing is with YouTube and any of these platforms now, they're about protecting intellectual property and copywritten stuff. So we're playing by the rules. We're trying to figure out how to, actually do that and not have any issues, because that's the main issue we had. With being involved with YouTube in the first place, because in the beginning Facebook was a lot more lenient with that. Now they're starting to get a little better with, figuring out what's what. Not that we're trying to get away with anything.
For example,
but we would pull public domain films, but then they turn out to not to be public domain. You explain.
For example, a public domain film like I don't know, Teenage Zombies or something, like it got dinged on YouTube as a copyright thing, or not on YouTube, on Facebook as a copyright thing, but when I put it into YouTube, it was fine, nothing came up. So I was able to, so I had to delete it from Facebook and then upload it to YouTube so people could watch it if they missed it.
So we're honing a system now to vet these things where we've like, without getting too much detail, yeah, we've procured some movies that are supposedly good to show, and we'll find out as we go through them.
Mm-hmm.
On YouTube, so without any issues or without any dings and things like that, because that just sets everything back. We don't want to be broadcasting and like halfway through get taken down. That's not what we
we want to play by the rules and make sure everything's kosher.
Absolutely, just like a broadcast station,
just like a television station, they have to cover their butts.
Yes, and just like
when you're a YouTuber, you also have to cover your butt.
And this is the true spirit of an independent project. I mean, any indie label, whether you're doing a TV show or being a band, you can do all those things. I mean, there's a lot of hats to wear. It's a lot more work to do when you don't have this infrastructure. Like if you go and work for a station or you're picked up by a record company, all that stuff. This is the marketing people, this is the production people, this is the da-da-da-da. But you're all of that when you're an independent artist.
Yes, you wear many, many hats.
Yes, and you have to learn them. And it takes a while to learn all that, but that's what we're doing.
All right. Will says TV is less stable than online in some ways, and then people are talking about the Lawson's Chip Dip. Nora says, God bless Circle K for selling Lawson's Chip Dip.
And it really kills me because there's a little quickie mart around us here. I had no idea that they sold it. And some other ones do too.
Yeah, there's some other little shops here and there that have it.
I think it was a Dairy Mart. Some of those do too. So you have to kind of hunt around.
Dairy Mart is still around?
Yes, the DMs. Yeah,
I didn't know Dairy Mart was still around.
Yeah, but a little corner store close to us sells that stuff all the
Drug Mart doesn't have them?
No.
Oh, that's strange.
But like I said, the little kind of like
hidden, that other store.
The little place we go. I'm like, really? I'm like, cool. All that time I didn't know until like a few weeks ago. But there you go. Now that's my new connection. My new Chip Dip connection.
Will says Blood Freak should be a Thanksgiving tradition since he's a turkey monster.
That movie is really, I don't know. It's not that good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not that we show quality stuff here, but it's one of those ones that fall. I gotta watch it again. But
and we don't. Is that one public domain? That might be owned by someone. I'm
Trauma,
not sure.
I think you guys that one.
Yeah, that might be distributed by someone.
Yeah, again, unless we. I mean, it's not unrealistic to make a deal with Trauma. They probably do have some sort of a way you can buy their titles, but that's a lot more money. So it all comes down to procuring enough funds to buy the rights.
Yes,
quote unquote.
Similar to how Riff Tracks gets to riff certain movies because they do crowdfunding.
Well, they riff them and
they buy the rights to do it.
And you can stream them constantly on their sites.
There's a lot to censor in Blood-Sucking Freak, says Justin.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Is a little bit more for us, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just fixing the screen here. Okay. Thanksgiving, says Naoko. I think the people who made the Thanksgiving movie were from Ohio. I met some of the actors from Thanksgiving, and I'm trying to remember what show that was at. It was at some little independent film show years ago.
Not to be confused with Poultrygeist.
Night of the Chicken Dead. Yeah. Those are fun movies. They're terrible, but they're wonderful at the same time. Albert, thank you.
Aww.
I'll paint any car, any color for $99.99.
Earl Scheib. He gave us $99.99?
$9.99.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Earl Scheib, Albert Scheib over here. That was a great commercial from back in the day. I'll paint any car, any color for $99.95. No ups and no extras. I remember that.
Patrick says, it's not Thanksgiving to me till I hear Alice's Restaurant and see the Thanksgiving WKRP episode.
You can get anything you want.
How did that?
Alice's Restaurant, except octopus. What?
How did he go? He said, I thought turkeys could fly.
He drops, less.
He drops all those turkeys.
Yeah, he dropped turkeys from a helicopter.
Oh, those poor things.
And they didn't make it.
No.
They're a little bit fat to fly, but
they're too big of a bird to fly.
Oops.
Poor turkeys.
That was a great episode.
I did rescue a turkey once.
Oh yeah, you married me?
No. I stopped in the road to let a turkey cross and kind of stopped and turned just so no one else could run over the poor birdie.
Was he a jive turkey?
No. No. He was just a regular,
That was one of the best phrases.
A gobble gobble turkey.
Back in the 70s. Jive turkey. Jive turkey. So great. Pipsqueak. Oh.
Unfunniest thing
Lois
on
is
TV
not
ever.
happy with it. It was a
It wasn't
joke.
real.
Actually, no,
it was
I'm
pretend.
sure no turkeys were harmed in that. It was just, kind of like, them making fun of the ignorance of one of the characters by thinking turkeys could fly. So.
Yeah, they didn't actually hurt
But I don't think they would ever hurt turkey. I'll kill a turkey on Thanksgiving Day for sure.
Was he talking turkey, says Greg.
Probably.
Okay, other frequently asked questions. I'm trying to think of all the things people asked. Oh, the comic book. A lot of people have been asking us about that.
Well,
so we're hoping to get some more of those made probably during the week.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We've been struggling to do something comic book wise, and I think I've got an idea that will work for us. And it is just obvious now. It's in the metadata. Now it's in the atmosphere. I mean, anyone could obviously copy this idea out there. And it's the American way. But I don't know if any other horror hosts have done exactly.
What's different is you drew the wraps for
right.
it. You drew the cover.
Right.
So you have your art in there, your little story thing in there, and then we're hosting some short stories. It's a 32-page comic. It's just something small to kind of test the waters in the comic book realm for the Mummy and the Monkey.
I read at least one positive review, and no negatives yet, but and I'll hone it. It'll be more involved, and there'll be more of the Mummy and the Monkey in the book. Right now, it's just a few pages just to get something out, but the concept is there. I mean, it's the rough idea of what I like to do ultimately with some of the public domain material, because it just allows me to get a product out faster than to do an entire book, which is very time consuming. Again, especially when you're doing everything, when you're drawing it, you're inking it, you're lettering it, you're publishing, everything is, So how do you work around
we're still working on it. Like I said, this is a test run, a test to see how a comic book would do if people would be interested, and it seems like they are. So that's awesome.
To me, it's just as legit as us hosting public domain movies.
And then after that, then we can
the other comic comes out, right?
Yeah. Then you could continue on with something.
The Mummy and the Monkey's backstory and further adventures. It's all
origin story.
It's gonna all come out. It's all gonna be out there. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Oh, thank you, Miss Lois. She says that Grimm is a very good artist.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lois. Yeah,
Did Grimm do art for a comic book? Naoko, Grimm has done artwork for comic books, and he's a graphic designer by trade.
I also do storyboard art for movie companies.
Movies, for films and commercials, and then.
And here is there's the cover.
Yeah.
To our Creechy Comics, our issue 1, which is based on, it was named after, I should say, the series that I've done on past episodes. If you caught them, the Creechy Comics, with some of the characters.
You've made little short stories.
Yeah, and those are the ones I wrote, drew and did all the voices and stuff for, produced everything. And that's what we do here. I mean, here on our show, we do everything. From soup to nuts, as they say, right?
Yes, we do. Pretty much.
Yeah, well, what do you mean pretty much?
Pretty much. Well, sometimes if we're able to do a skit on location,
if you have a friend help out,
or if we're at a convention, we'll have a friend help occasionally.
I would say 95% of the stuff we do on our own.
Yeah, but most of it we do on our own. Yes, we are one mummy, one monkey army.
So many.
So.
So much.
Now, what was I gonna? Let's read some of the comments. I'll buy an autographed copy. Oh, thank you, Albert. Yeah. And Grimm, you're dashing tonight. Oh, love the costume change with the glove and bracelet. Wow, you guys are very observant.
That's good.
I have 4 or 5 different, glove variations. And sometimes I change out the gloves, or I always wear this little studded bracelet, and then I added a different bracelet here. So yeah, I have pretty much a whole mummy wardrobe, and sometimes I just change out pieces and parts.
I'm wearing some new thong underwear if anyone would like to see. No? I didn't think so. Not that dashing. Okay.
You won't be able to see it. It's under all that hair. There's not enough hair for you.
James Muscarella is planning our itinerary for next year. That's good. What's he saying?
I heard the Monster Bash 2022 is on for downtown Canton at the Palace Theater next year. Hope to see you both there.
Oh,
yeah, we're not sure if we're going to be there yet.
Not quite sure.
Yeah, we're not quite sure about appearances for next year yet.
Thank you, Mark Sandy, for the nice compliment on the cover of the book.
Thank you, Mark. We know for sure we'll be at
Ooh.
Cinema Wasteland in December. It's Saturday, December 4th, 2021. It's at the Holiday Inn in Strongsville. And for more information, you can check out cinemawasteland.com. But yeah, we're excited. It's a one-day movie double feature night. They're going to have a collectible show during the day. They're going to play movies at night. And we went to the last one. Well, we've been going since he started doing the movie shows.
Yeah, that's the Wasteland is family, so
Yeah.
it's definitely been that for us. We were welcomed aboard several years ago by when we got our table there, and it's just been a great time ever since. Look, a lot of these conventions, some people. It's very rare when you actually are a part of you can be at a convention and you can be a part of the convention, and at Wasteland I feel that we're a part of it.
Yes, we're really grateful to be a part of some of these local shows. Like Cinema Wasteland, like Ghoulardi Fest.
Oh, huge!
And Ghoulardi Fest will continue next year. I know for sure we're gonna be at Ghoulardi Fest.
Yeah, next year they're doing the last Ghoulardi Fest, they say, but don't believe it. It's like a comic book character,
Yeah, they are gonna continue Ghoulardi Fest after 2022. They
Despite
will.
What you might have heard.
We heard that from the family that helps put it together.
Yes. We know for So we were. Yeah.
They will continue on.
So, but I would say still treat next year like it might, because it might kind of in certain ways.
Well, it might be the last. Like if I were to guess, and I don't, we're not going to assume anything.
In some way, shape, or form.
If I were to guess, it might be the last Ghoulardi Fest for some other people.
Some of the guests.
For some of the guests there, but
read between those lines.
But not for all the guests.
Right.
I think there's some guests there that maybe won't be a part of it after.
So so just stay tuned, as Janet would say, and look, when we were like halfway through the number of Ghoulardi Fests were out there, I'm not gonna let's put it this way. I've heard people say, "Well, I'll go next year," and I would say, "Well, you don't know if there's gonna be a next year. Why would you not go this year?"
Yeah, we would always tell people you should go. You should definitely go. Don't wait.
I'm not saying buy everything and spend all your money.
No.
That would be nice, but at the same time,
if you were able to definitely check out Ghoulardi Fest.
Right, because everyone's just we're all getting up there, and and if they can all coordinate something, it's because it's very difficult to coordinate these things, no matter who's putting these shows on. It's a lot of work, so you should definitely appreciate that. And the people that come out definitely do. They know.
Hey, the Mummy and the Monkey. I am going to go. Hope that both of you have a good night. Thank you, Travis. Good night. Good Friday.
Good knock to my friend. Yes.
Do you sell autograph photos? Says Juliet. Yes, I do. Yep. Yes, we do.
All that stuff is on our.
Yeah, we have the Mummy and the Monkey, some signed photos and some DVDs on our eBay. Well, on my eBay store.
So where can they find you there?
The link should be in the video description below, and if it isn't on there, the link should be on themummyandthemonkey.com.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah, we have some on there.
We do sell all kinds of stuff there.
I certainly hope that Big Chuck remains a part of Ghoulardi Fest. Well, we hear that Big Chuck is doing well. He's 87 years young.
I would say no matter what happens, ultimately, I mean, even 20 years from now, if Ghoulardi Fest is going on, and I'm just saying, that you will obviously be a part of it some way, shape, or form. That will never go away, I don't think.
So it's all about the history.
It's about the history and Cleveland media nostalgia in general. So in some way, shape, or form, whether they're here or they're not, for whatever reason, they'll still have some sort of element, some sort of flavor of all of it,
Ocean Shrug says, did you guys play any Cinema Wasteland footage yet? I think I might be on it. Well, we played some of the interviews, but the actual, us walking around with the GoPros, there's a lot of wacky footage on there. And I don't know what we're going to do with it yet.
We'll YouTube it somewhere.
Yeah, we had an idea of maybe making the people of Wasteland like a little mini... like a little video for YouTube and just showing some of the goofiness that goes on there.
Yeah, I've been to so many different conventions, and Wasteland and Ghoulardi Fest are just kind of two that stand out as being very, very different as far as the experience.
Yeah. Thank you, Juliet. She says she wants us on her wall. Aww.
Oh, cool. We'll
Thank
definitely
you,
have to
Miss
make
Juliet.
that happen,
Sweet.
won't we? Yes.
And Juliet's awesome. She runs the Svengoolie Scream Queens Facebook group.
That's right.
It's a fan group. If you like horror films, you could check that out. It features Scream Queens and then like Svengoolie stuff, other horror hosted stuff. Sometimes I'll share stuff, for our show in there.
What's interesting too.
She also does like stage performance, like drag performances, and dresses up very nice. Does like Elvira costumes and everything.
What's interesting too about Svengoolie is the whole like sort of parallel of Rich Coase and Ron Swede. I mean, they were both fans of the original characters, Ghoulardi and the original Svengoolie. And Rich Coase obviously wrote, when he was, they had the similar stories, Ron and Rich.
Yes.
Where they sort of idolize this this really over the top horror movie host, Ghoulardi and Svengoolie. Hello.
Wake up. What's
Live
it doing?
Update. What's that?
Oh, I want to do an update.
My asses.
Aces.
Oh, sorry.
We'll say in an hour do an update.
Please leave us alone.
Let's postpone that.
Lordy.
No, don't do an update when we're live.
So it's interesting because if you do some research, I'll just like get your Google fingers out, look up Ron Swede, SWEED for the Ghoul, and then or Rich Coase, RICHCOZ. Is it K-O? It's KOZ, right?
KOZ. Yeah.
Check them out. They have very similar backstories as far as what they were inspired by. And how they got to where they were, and Rich right now is still going strong with the Svengoolie show out of Chi-Town.
Yeah.
On
MeTV nationwide now.
Yeah. Chicago. So and we are sort of again on the later version of that. With all the horror hosts we were influenced by, which were all of them,
And it's in different towns,
Cleveland,
whatever, different. Different
Elvira's
cities.
not from here, but we were influenced by her,
she started out on the West Coast and became a big name.
For me, it was kind of a coming of age thing. Let's say that. I'm not going to say what you emphasize, which word I just said, but yeah. What else?
Yeah, Berwin says Connie. Yeah, Berwin is their Parma.
Yeah,
and Marty says good night. Good night, Marty.
Very much so. Good night, Mark. Good seeing you,
Marty.
buddy. Yeah, we'll see you around.
And Naoko says, hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Yes, if you guys like chatting with us, if you like these B-movie, the cheesy movie shows that we put together, the Hairy Scary Hangout and our podcast, hit the like button, hit subscribe. We do appreciate you guys. Hit the little bell next to subscribe. That way when we upload something or go live, you guys out there will be the first to be notified.
And the cool thing is what we're doing now, too, with YouTube, is the movies that we've procured. I'm excited about next week's show because I don't know out of the other movies that we got.
We even have some kung fu movies we could play.
Okay.
I'm excited about that. Because some of those kung fu movies are cool.
So we had a discussion before, in the break about what we'll talk about. We won't talk about the procedural stuff, but let's just say,
we're not going to bore them with that.
What we did do is we mixed it up. We got a nice little cool mix of movies coming up. Okay.
Yes, and a couple martial arts movies.
Horror, sci-fi, supernatural martial arts.
Yeah.
Oh, one and then something else that's not supernatural, but one. Can I say the name of one of the movies?
Sure.
The Impossible Kid with Wang Wang.
Ooh.
Oh my God! I can't wait to show that.
That'll be fun.
If you know who Wang Wang is, WENG. Look up Wang Wang.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Out of the Philippines. He's a little person who really did some fun stuff in the Filipino, action market. Really cool thing. There was actually a documentary in the Search for Wang Wang that I never saw.
Oh,
but
okay.
It made
I've never seen that one. I'm just moving this over so I can.
But the Impossible
The comments
Kid,
are being cut off here. There we go.
There were two movies he was in. It was like a James Bond character, For Your Height Only and Impossible Kid.
Oh, jeez.
I can't wait to show Impossible.
There
we got it. Bam. And yeah, don't hold us to this because we're gonna have to vet some of these, but yeah.
Yeah.
As far as
but
we know,
these are ones that we were looking into.
Yeah, but the samurai movies looks pretty neat, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's one, Legend of the Eight Samurai.
Yes.
So yeah, we're excited that we could play that in the near future.
And a whole bunch of weirdo things.
Because it has like witches and they're fighting like monsters.
Oh, it's
so
really fun.
it's not just a martial arts movie. There's like this horror element. There's like
It's
witches
nice.
and stuff that they fight. It's kind of cool. It's like a fantasy supernatural thing.
But the movies we got are mostly sci-fi and horror. But
Yeah,
there's a
mostly
couple of-
sci-fi and horror, but some of them are a little different, which I like to. It's like, oh, good, something different to play.
And this is like before we move into our musicals phase.
Yeah.
Because after all this, we're gonna probably next year we're gonna head into musical.
And I'm tone deaf, so.
Oh boy! Thank God those aren't public domain.
Oh my
Lord.
goodness! Oh my God!
Maybe they are. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's. I don't know. I'm trying to think of any movies that you watched recently, Grimm, that you want to share.
Oh boy!
What did we watch?
I watched The Video Dead.
The Video Dead. So you watched that out, when you were having a fire.
Yes, I actually like to relax and get a little bonfire going, a little fire pit fire.
And how did that
go? It
go?
was really, really good. I don't know the particulars of who made it and whatnot.
Okay.
I think it was a late '80s movie, but it was done really. It was interesting. Interesting take on the zombie genre from back in the '80s. A lot of fun, goofy.
Yeah.
It had a little twist, sort of like how you can handle a zombie at the end. One of the zombies looked like a blue David Bowie with a new wave sort of.
Blue David Bowie.
Yes, with the Flock of Seagulls hairdo.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one with you, so
No.
I'll have to give it a try.
It was pretty cool.
But you were telling me that you liked it.
Oh my gosh, Bobby Harvey Jr. digging it up. Oh my God, you know what, Bobby? You're right.
What Bobby saying?
I dropped the ball on the biggest fan, the Fanny Award. Remember that?
Yeah.
So many ideas, so little time.
That was another idea, and it was something that Grimm was going to work on this summer.
Kind
but
of slipped through the butt cracks there.
But then the summer came and went, and that didn't happen.
But it's definitely still on the grill. It's not
like on the back burner.
It's like on the back burner, but it's something that's not forgotten yet.
I think moving forward, maybe we shouldn't announce so many ideas.
But we have so many,
because then we get people's hopes up, and we don't want to.
But that's okay. I mean,
kind of like when you work. I was always told to how was that saying go? How did that saying go?
Give us 5 minutes to take a break because we were working all day.
Under promise and over deliver.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
No.
Or how did that? No, I said it all wrong.
Yeah.
I probably said it all wrong.
Under promise and over.
No, over deliver.
Yeah, what you want to say is
it's late at night.
Yeah, you don't want to under deliver.
Over deliver. That's what I meant to say.
No, you want to tell someone that they have something that's in decent shape, and then send them something that's in very good shape, and then I'll be like, "Whoa, you thought this was going to be yeah."
You know what I meant,
Gotcha,
right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I remember. Mark Sandy says, "I remember the first discussion of that award on your program." Wow. Yeah, everyone's asking.
Yeah. Well, you see, they have good memories. They
Better than
know.
us.
So
Wow.
yeah, we wanted. That's something you'll have to do.
The Fanny
That's
Award.
your project,
I didn't forget entirely until I
Grimm
forgot.
just has a million projects going on, a million different things to work on.
I got 99 projects, but a Fanny ain't one. But I'm working on it. It's all, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe around Christmas. I don't know.
We want to say good morning, neighbor Brian. Neighbor Brian watches us the next day.
You know what? You know where that could work out? The Fanny Award, maybe for our 4-year anniversary.
That's New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
So can you really get that all put together by New Year's Day?
I could try. It's something like...
So don't tell people yet.
I didn't commit. I'm just saying that could be...
Maybe.
Tentatively, yeah.
Maybe.
Or maybe look at when the Oscars, or the Emmys or something, and they kind of sync it up with that weekend. I don't know. Oh boy.
We have the same brownies in Michigan now. Brownies? Oh, people must be talking about snacks and treats and stuff.
Oh, good.
Yummy. All right,
That was close. I almost had to sneeze in this thing.
Uh-oh.
That's never good.
Uh-oh.
Whew.
Well, on that note, should we just wrap it up for now?
I think so. I think we put in our time tonight, but I could be here all night. You know.
Ray!
Hey!
Oh my goodness!
What the?
A $30 super chat.
What's
Thanks
he
for
want?
the great shows,
Stay
guys. Happy hangout.
I'll let you stay on for 3 more hours.
Thank you, Raymond. That's really sweet.
That is super sweet. Wow.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like
it goes towards just what we do, making more videos and
100%.
keeping up with the audio, video, and the props. And
Yeah,
everything.
it's a lot, but like I said, it's worth it for us because we know
we love it, and we love hanging out with you guys.
We appreciate it, you know.
But I'm getting tired.
That's okay.
So, thank you guys so much. Thank you again. We will be back again with a Hairy Scary Hangout next week.
All new Hairy Scary.
We're gonna come out. No Cinematary Saturdays tomorrow night.
Or later tonight.
Or later tonight, actually.
But we will be live Sunday.
We will be live Sunday with a new Living the Scream podcast, a long overdue podcast.
Yes, we'll do all the catching up. We got a lot of fun show and tell.
Yes.
We'll talk about, our reselling stuff on the eBays, which has been kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the stuff that's going on, that we'll do anything we didn't get to on the Hangout and the Hangover on Living the Scream. So
what Grimm said.
Yeah, on Sunday. So
okay. Good night. Good fright, guys.
Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next time right here on the Mummy and the Monkey's
Hairy Scary
Hangover. Yeah. Ooh.
Mwah. Good night.
Uh-oh. Oh.